Hello, welcome back. I'm going to speak about dividends portfolio. I started my portfolio in 2015. It took a while to get there, and I've seen the changes over the years in 2019, 2020, and this is what I've been focusing on because it brings me regular monthly income and it can be substantially rewarding as well. So hopefully stick with me and then let me explain my portfolio for my dividend so far. Yeah. So, what is a dividend portfolio? Dividend portfolio meaning investing in dividend companies that pays you on a sometimes yearly basis, maybe twice a year, or some companies that pays you 4 times a year. I live in the UK, so I heavily diversify my dividend portfolio into UK companies. There are lots of good UK companies like Shell, I've spoken about in my previous video. Shell, Diageo, GSK, Unilever, and all those pay really good dividends, and most of them, the ones I like, pays up to 4 times a year, quarterly. Just like somebody giving you, income and wages. So looking back at my portfolio since 2015 onwards, I remember in 2015 I wasn't receiving much dividends because I started perhaps late in July-August period, and then not knowing much, and also saving up money, starting up slowly, paying my debt off, trying to get more money into my dividends portfolio. So I got HSBC and Shell, and they paid me about £8 a month, I believe, about £3 to £8 a month. And then forward on to in 2016, I started getting a bit more, maybe about £33 a month, £33 to £40 a month. And then moving on in 2017, because I understood a little bit more, started saving more money, they started growing to about £77 or £80 a month. It pays me regular income, averaging it out, obviously not regularly. And then moving on to 2018, I got about £100 a month. £100 a month of doing nothing, and then that's me getting my companies are paying me because I invest in good quality dividend companies. £100 a month, not doing anything, just going to sleep, and then that's my passive income. And then this year, in 2019, I've checked, and it's grown up to, now it's only November, so I'm getting about £130, £130 a month, which is growing. It's growing because I'm heavily invested, because I was going more into tech, trying to go for growth, but then things started going up, things started improving. I'm shifting over my profit to the dividend companies to get a bit more, and now focusing on towards, hopefully by the end of the year, I can get about £150 a month on the average, which is pretty good. £150 a month. Some people need to work a couple, maybe 20-30 hours for it. I just need to sit down so I can get my phone out and get the facts out, and the camera's getting a bit heavy as well. So what's the plan for 2020? How am I going to make this £250? So the likes, my 3 biggest holdings are Unilever, GSK, and Royal Dutch Shell. Shell pays about 6% dividends quarterly. Unilever pays about 2 to 3%, again quarterly. GSK also pays quarterly, around about 3 to 4%. So they're really, really generous, and hopefully I'm going to get more Diageo. And in fact, I used to hold HSBC for many, many years, but because during the last report they were not doing very well, so I decided to let go of HSBC because of a low interest rate climate, which I think might affect the dividend. Hopefully no dividend cut, but there's no increasing dividend that entices me to invest more. So I've gone to oil instead, because I think Shell will be recovering slowly. I don't expect them to grow, but as long as they pay the dividends regularly, I'm a happy man. So £250, how much do you really need to invest? I think I got around about 40 to 50,000 pounds in the dividend portfolio. That's one of my biggest portfolio that I need to make sure that I keep. And then the dividend reinvestment plan, so every time the quarterly they pay a dividend, it doesn't go into my pocket to buy any food or gadgets that I really like, but instead I make sure that it gets dividendly reinvested. DRIP, dividend reinvestment plan, automatically pay into my, and buy the same shares again at a smaller amount, but it increases the number of shares, which will hopefully increase my dividend year on year on year as a compounding. One of the key plans that I need to do is, because I've got my ISA, I need to top up my ISA, £20,000 for my personal account, because ISA, when you invest in ISA in the UK, it's a great benefit. You can top up £20,000 a year, and then whatever growth or dividend gets paid is all tax-free. I think tax efficiency is really important, because the last thing I want to do is invest in a regular stockbroker account and get myself hit by tax of about 30 to 40%. So put it in your eyes. £20,000, that's what I need to do, but I need to save money. It's not easy to save £20,000 here per person, but I need to try my very, very best, save as much as possible, put in a dividend paying companies, good quality dividend paying companies, and let it grow. And then £250 is my target, so I hope all of you can be inspired and do the same as well. What are my 3 lessons which I've learned in the past since 2015 till now? Portfolio, my dividend reinvestment. It's the first one, is savings. It's not about choosing the right company, but the first one I think it's important, is about savings. You invest in the companies that in your portfolio grow $1 million. It needs regular input. And the second one is choose a good quality dividend companies. I know that it's easy to go and just look at the yield and go to highest yield and pick them, but the danger part, which I've learned myself with Vodafone, for example, they cut the dividends. I was expecting to receive 10% dividend that year, but when I invested, they slash it down to about 4%. So you need to watch out for high dividend yield. Just remember the good quality companies which you think will be there for the next 10, 20, 30 years. It's not easy, but it's a possibility. Like Pepsi Cola, Coca-Cola, Unilever, they'll always be there because they're consumable companies. And then lesson number three that I would like to share, which I learned, is to make sure you have an investment plan. Sometimes you have to tweak your investment plan after every 6 months, but you make sure that you have an investment plan that's intact, and you have to be disciplined to keep at it. If you don't keep at it, then it's just going to fail. If you start going to growth stocks, high risk stocks, and then that's where many fail, because they get a bit too greedy. So stick to your investment plan, review it, focus on what target plans you have. Like for me, next year, £250 in dividends that I would like to get per month. So you choose what you can afford, what you think that you can choose regionally, in the UK, in the EU, in Japan. It depends on where you're investing, or the companies you're investing in. So make sure you keep your investment plan intact. Okay. So I hope you like this video, and please do click subscribe and also click on the bell button if you want to see more of these videos in future. I'll try my best to share as much honest view, my portfolio as much as possible, so that you all can learn from me, and perhaps leave a comment if you think that things that I need to change as well, if you've got any advice, because it's a two-way traffic. So have a good day, and now see you later. Bye.